Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Alumni Field here for women's lacrosse action between the Brock Badgers and the McMaster Marauders. I'm Remy Zanella, joined by my good friend Mitch Kane. Mitch, how are you feeling about this one?
I'm feeling excited. Today, Remy, I should say. Bright and early here at Alumni Field for an 8:30 start between the McMaster Marauders and the Brock Badgers. A battle of two 0-2 teams looking to get in that win column. Both coaches feeling good before this one. They feel that could have a pretty evenly matched game here tonight as both teams come in with some slight struggles. The McMaster Marauders lost their first game to the Guelph Griffins 12-7, followed up by a loss against the Laurier Golden Hawks 15-6. While the Brock Badgers lost their season opener 21-1 at the hands of the Western Mustangs, following up with a 12-9 loss against the Guelph Griffins. All time, the Badgers hold an 11-4-1 record dating back to 2013 against the Marauders, with the last game being an 8-8 draw just last season.
And as we get ready for the game to begin here, lots of games here happening on Alumni Field due to the structure of these games. Brock will be taking on the Laurier Golden Hawks later this evening at 1:45. But their focus right now, the McMaster Marauders. And Mitch, when we look at their head-to-head, some pretty tight contested games sometimes.
Yeah, some very tight games. As we look back over the last 10 years, the McMaster Marauders have actually had an advantage in recent history, winning 4 of the last 7 battles, including a draw. The only 2 losses came in back-to-back games in 2021. However, looking between 2013 and 2017, it was all Badgers as they won 8 straight games over that period. Rivalry reunited tonight. The Battle of the QEW gets started a bit earlier than usual, but it should make for some entertaining action tonight.
Both teams enter the huddle. A dewy morning here in beautiful St. Catharines, Ontario. Weather's starting to pick up a little bit. It was a little cold earlier, but now it's starting to warm up as the sun hides behind some clouds.
As you mentioned, a dewy morning. We tested out the field a little bit this morning. Felt a bit slick, so that's going to play into the conditions of this morning game. Players going to have to keep their traction as turns could be a little difficult for the first quarter or so, as you mentioned, the field a bit damp.
We'll see if that impacts. When we talked to the coaching staff of the Brock Badgers, they mentioned the early morning games, just being mentally prepared is the battle. Making sure you're up, ready for the game. And we'll see if both these teams are ready for an early morning matchup.
Yeah, because Badgers coach mentioned, he said his team was not ready for that 8 a.m. game last week, and it proved on the score sheet a 21-1 defeat at the hands of the Western Mustangs. He said they just weren't mentally prepared, so that's going to be a challenge here this morning. They feel pretty evenly matched against this Marauders squad and feel good coming in, so they've got to get their feet under themselves early if they want to come away with the W tonight.
We take a look at the starting goaltenders for this evening, or for this morning, my apologies. We look towards McMaster net. We got number 2, Julia Di Natale, steps in and will take between the pipes for the McMaster Marauders, and entering the net for the Badgers, Jenna Toguri. When you talk to the head coach of the Brock Badgers, he said Toguri is going to be one of the many difference makers on this team.
Yeah, she's going to need to have a big game if the Badgers want to come away victorious.
Initial face-off. Bobbled, but the Badgers will take possession. Moving on in, Lee. Lucy Lee has ball along the left-hand side, passes it down to the middle. Woods. Woods will corral it and keep it going to the right-hand side, pivots back. loses the ball. Strong defensive effort from Vanessa Winfrey.
McMaster takes advantage, gets the turnover there. Winfrey got her stick in there on Woods, able to knock that ball free and gain back possession for the Marauders.
Rachel Cooper trying to get the ball back for the Marauders, but it's taken away by the Badgers. Moving to the inside. Walking on in, looking for a shot, not able to get it off. As that was Ryan Logan. And now moving across half is Perino. Annika Perino. Looking to the side. Not finding her teammate Hesh. As will be picked up by the Badgers. Langdon. Left it over for Woods, who will feed it back. That's Vestergaard. Elise Vestergaard takes a couple of hits, gets taken down. Will remain the Badger ball. Elise Vestergaard, one of the players mentioned by the coaching staff on the Brock Badger side, looking to have a strong game on the defensive end. Moving on up, Woods. Passed on back. Chigwaja takes her time. Looking back down low. Trying to work it out in front, but having to pivot back behind the net is Dion. Liv Dion will cycle around. Chigwaja. Collects. Chigwaja moving on in front. Chigwaja backhand. And a great save there. As Julia Di Natale getting a stick on the ball and will corral it. And will look to move her team up.
A great defensive showing there by Rachel Holmes as Kyla McGuire trying to cut towards the front of the net there, but Rachel Holmes just absolutely shadowing her that entire possession. McGuire, one of those names mentioned by the Brock coach, who's going to have a big game on the offensive end, but Holmes shutting her down early.
Juliana Hesh. Looking across. Working inside. No shot coming there as Rachel Holmes had a good chance, but is controlled by the Badgers. That's a goaltender, Taguri, who will control and look to move her team up.
Yeah, and that was a good breakup by Tate Langdon. Able to get her stick in there, not allow a good shot attempt in front by the Marauders. Just able to disrupt that stick and force a turnover and get the ball back for the Badgers.
McGuire loses the ball. It's going to be Hesh. Gets taken down hard. And it will be a McMaster ball. Anion. Cassidy Anion will control on the left-hand side. Taking on the Badgers. Trying to work it on inside. Fired in and scores! Cassidy Anion gives the McMaster Marauders a 1-0 lead with 10:50 left to go here in the first.
Nice shot there by Anion. Able to just fire it low and get it between the 5-hole of the goaltender on the Badgers. That's one of the more effective shots in lacrosse, especially field lacrosse. Not as much equipment down low, and it's hard to get your stick position to cover up that 5-hole. Able to just fire it home and gets McMaster on the board early.
The early jump for the Marauders as the Badgers are going to try to slow this momentum down as they win the faceoff, but bobble the second pass, and it's going to be moved on in by the Marauders with speed through the middle, pivoting, taking their time. That's Perino. Perino into the middle, loses the ball. The strong active stick, but the Marauders still retain possession. That's Lexi Shepard. Quick on the ball there was Vestergaard, but unable to knock it away from the Marauders for too long. Shepard. Going for a run, trying to work it through the middle. Shepard. Shepard fires it just wide. It's going to go to Hirsch. Hirsch working away in front. Shoots, scores! Juliana Hesh. pots it home for the Marauders. That's a 2-0 lead against the Brock Badgers here at Alumni Field.
Yeah, the Marauders took off right from that face-off after their last goal and just dominated possession. Lexi Shepard had a good chance in front, but she just missed wide of the net. McMaster regained control quickly, and Hesh able to walk in and fire it home to give the early 2-0 lead just 6 minutes in.
A little bit of misunderstanding between the referee and the players. Ball goes to the McMaster Marauders. Ball goes out. As out, it's Grace Downing will take the ball. Downing taking her time, moving across. We'll feed it back for Hesh. Hesh unable to control the ball as it goes all the way out the back end. 8:20 left to go here in the first. McMaster up 2-0. If you're just joining us, I'm Remzo, joined by Mitch Kane here at Alumni Field in beautiful St. Catharines, Ontario at Brock University for OUA women's lacrosse action between the McMaster Marauders and the Brock Badgers. So far, the Marauders have had the offensive advantage. They're up 2-0. 2 good shots, basically able to break through towards the crease. And those are tough shots for the goaltender Taguri to stop. Taguri taking her time.
Yeah, Badgers looking to get anything going on the offensive end. Just not much since that first possession. Not even much ball possession as they finally get back into McMaster's defensive zone.
Whistle blown. Will be Badger ball. Controlled by Liv Dion. On back. Woods. Woods down low. Kennedy Smith. Smith walking out front. Smith fires! Then scores it for the Badgers. Kennedy Smith brings the Badgers within 1 with 7 minutes left in the first. Badgers are on the board.
Yeah, Smith just found herself with a lot of room behind the net there. McMaster was working on covering the other Badgers, covering all the passing lanes available, but Smith saw an opening and cuts right beside that crease and able to put it over the goalkeeper, Natale, and gets the Badgers 1 step closer to being back in this game.
Ball goes over everyone's head, and it's going to be fought for. Badgers looking to get the scoop, still rolling on the ground and be controlled by the Marauders. And it looks to be turned the other way. That's it. Andrea Sarowan. Sarowan looking across, was looking for Anyon, but body taken by the Badgers, and now Anyon will take it on the left-hand side. Shouting her is Emery Borg. Sarowan. Sarowan looked to get in the middle. Shadowed effectively there by Borg. Hesh. Pressure by Langdon. Hash moving through the inside. Hash fires it. Good save by Toguri as that shuts down the Marauders' chance. And now the Badgers looking to break it out with speed. Woods.
Marauders have had some success with the low shots early in this game. Hesh looks to go to it again, but making the nice save was Taguri, able to keep this game just at 1 goal difference.
Moving in. Here come the Badgers with speed. Vestergaard. Vestergaard. Back down low. McGuire. On back. And fired on in and scoring again. That's Kennedy Smith with her 2nd of the day. And that ties the game at 2.
Yeah, Smith with another quick strike goal, able to just get that wraparound attempt almost and fire that one past the goalkeeper. Smith giving her best effort to get the Badgers right back in this game, and that she has done. 2-2. as we're now 10 minutes into this first quarter.
Badgers looking effective on that left post side, able to get it past Di Natale when they get it in tight. That might have to be the game plan, as Di Natale has also shown that she can stop the ball when she gets a good eye on it. Whistle blown, controlled now by the Badgers as the turn of possession. Moving in. Ali Squire. Now Zanatini. Jessica Zanatini with the spin cycle. Gets hacked, so it will be Brock ball. Zanatini will get a chance here. Pass on across and covered off smartly by the goaltender Di Natale. She will regroup. Zanatini was looking for the pass on the back post and almost got it there.
Some good pressure there by Kennedy Smith as Di Natale trying to break it out, trying to take her time, but Smith trying to rush up that clock a little bit, try and force a turnover, looking for her third of the match already.
Strong defense by the Badgers as the Marauders are going to try to move up.
Good effort there by McGuire on the defensive end, as able to just force her to the outside and force the turnover, pushing her all the way out of bounds.
Good laugh from the crowd as we hear, I hit her stick.
Yeah.
And the referee saw the body contact.
Penalty goes against Anion, one of the goal scorers for the Marauders, but very audibly heard, I hit her stick there, but official sees it a different way, and the Badgers will be a body up.
The referee also had a good chuckle at the end of that.
Yeah.
We'll see what the Badgers can do here. Moving on in with speed, fires it, skies it over the net.
Whistle looked to go just before that shot.
It was Liv Dion who took the shot. Liv Dion. Dion and firing, great save by Di Natale.
Di Natale made that one look easy. A rocket of a shot there, but able to eat that one up with ease in the stick, as once again pressure being shown here by Smith just all over Di Natale. Di Natale not able to get comfortable back there, trying to look for an outlet pass.
Tafaya Ash on the right hand side gets shoved around and will draw the whistle. Ash into the middle. Perino looking across and firing. And that's a goal for the Marauders as they will bring it 3-2. Taking the lead. Great pass across by Ash and Perino.
Yeah, once again going low to beat Taguri. Looking for that bounce shot almost, and it once again plays effective as Taguri just unable to get a stick on that one, and the Marauders regain a 1-goal lead, going up 3-2 with only 40 seconds remaining here in the first frame.
Face-off is attempted to be collected by the Badgers, but they're playing hockey at this point with the ball on the ground, and now it'll be controlled by the Marauders. Cooper gets it on up with speed, moving in, trying to work it to the left-hand side. And it'll go back down low for Kaylee Spencer.
Yeah, and it was a nice pass to the interior there by Rachel Cooper, able to hit her teammate in stride and supply a prime scoring chance as this first quarter begins to expire.
1 second left. Brock's just going to run out the clock, and that will do it for the first. McMaster 3, Badgers 2. as we head to a short break. Mitch, break down that first for us.
Yeah, a pretty entertaining first frame there for us. Lots of scoring, 3-2 early for the Marauders. The Marauders got out to that early 2-0 lead, and it looked like the Badgers weren't just quite awake for this 8:30 start, unable to get their footing early as McMaster dominated a lot of the possession. But it was Kennedy Smith who really regained and rejuvenated this Badgers offense, scoring 2 quick goals to get the Badgers back into this game all tied up. But McMaster late in the frame adds the leading goal to this point and regains that 3-2 lead.
And with that, we'll go ahead for a short 50-second break. We'll see you in a little bit. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to some more women's lacrosse action here between the Brock Badgers and the McMaster Marauders. Seem to have a numbering issue, so unfortunately there are 2 Marauders players that we are unsure of which names match the numbers, as the roster sheet was not complete. But we'll do our best to find that out for you. But if you missed the first, McMaster jumped out to that 2-0 lead, as Mitch recapped earlier. Badgers come back, and we will see what this next frame holds, with McMaster being up by 1. So far, both goaltenders have been active. Di Natale for the Marauders, and Taguri for the Badgers. And we'll see what the Badgers can do on the offensive end, but it's stripped away. Will the Marauders control it? Yes, they will. Taken to the outside, and it will be McMaster ball. And shoved out of bounds there is Perino, so the Badgers will jump on the attack.
Yeah, Perino got bodied near the sideline. I think she thought she was going to get the call for her team, but does not get any contact call, and the ball goes over to the Badgers.
Lucy Lee will control for the Badgers. And now we're going to see a pick was set, as the Badgers will lose the ball on that call. It's Ryan Logan. And now here come the Marauders with speed. Shepard taken down hard, so the Marauders will retain possession of the ball. Lucy Lee a little too quick on the draw, has it called back, and it's going to be Shepard who feeds it down low. Hash walking through the middle. Hash firing, scoring! The second of the evening for Hash, as Taguri unable to stop the bounce shot, which hits the top right corner.
Yeah, a skillful shot from Hesh here. That low shot's been real effective for the Marauders early, but she bounces it even shorter to get that high bounce. So Taguri goes low to try and make that low save, but the ball shoots up on her and goes that top shelf and gives McMaster that 2-goal lead once again.
McMaster proving effective on the offensive side. Rachel Cooper to take the draw for the Marauders. Now with speed moving on in are the Badgers. Pivoting back, Logan. Pass across Lee. Lee trying to collect. Does. Takes a hack in the process, and it will be a Badger ball. Lee. Marauders trying to sort the defensive strategy out, but Lee's going to move in quick. Lee unable to pull the trigger, and it will be a shot for the Badgers. As Lee was able to draw contact.
Yeah, Lee got a bit of a lane there, able to use speed to get towards the front of the net. Just a bit of contact, knocks that ball free, but once again gets another shot at it.
Lee moving in, pivoting, looking through center, firing. Great save by DiNatale. Oh my goodness. Spot on with the stick.
Yeah, Lee able to fake a defender, trying to fake that pass over, takes the shot, but DiNatale stays strong the entire way and able to make that save with the stick.
Cooper looking across, firing, just goes wide after hitting the stick at Taguri. Ball goes to the corner. Anion will shrug off the batters and will be taken away by the Marauders on possession. Looking out in front, firing, great save by Taguri. But there was a penalty called, so Anion's shot. She'll get a second chance at it as Taguri already made a stick save. She's going to look to make another one again. Anion. Anion looking across and firing and scoring. There is the Marauders. Looks to be Julia Green, number 12 for the McMaster Marauders.
A nice set play there off the shot chance, as Rachel Cooper was the one who had the open chance. And you see most on these plays, it's just fire shot chance, but she dumps it off on over to Green. Green gets the better clear shot, able to fire it low once again, getting it past Taguri.
Pass on back. Good pickup by Shepard. There's going to be a race for the ball. Woods, the countering number 4. We'll pass it across. Hand it off to Logan. Pass on up. Moving in quickly. Firing and scoring for the Badgers. Kyla McGuire. Or my apologies. Looks to be Liv Dion. Absolute rocket of a shot. Brings the Badgers back within 2.
Yeah, bounce back the Badgers desperately needed here. Went down 3 goals, and Badgers able to get that one back. As you mentioned, rocket of a shot to the back. Badgers trail by 2.
As it's going to be fought for, taken away by the Marauders. Making the move on up, Holmes. Rachel Holmes, pass it across. Unable to be collected by the Marauders, but taking the hit. A little too physical there was Kennedy Smith. Moving in quick, firing, and a good save by Taguri. Shuts down the 5-hole. And the Badgers are going to move up. My apologies, it looks like it was Kyla McGuire for the Badgers who scored that earlier goal. 8:24 left to go here in the second frame. But now here come the Badgers with speed, all alone. Dion firing, just going wide left of the post. Great chance for Liv Dion. But just a touch to the left.
Yeah, Dion had that left side open. DiNatale wasn't quite covering it, but just pushes it a bit too far left.
Badgers threatening a chance. Zanatini will take her time. Gets it down low. Kyla McGuire. McGuire looking for options. Down low. Chigwaja. Chigwaja out front. Gets wrapped in the face. Firing it just wide. Chigwaja looking for a call there as the stick wrapped up high, but no call from the officials, as the Badgers will retain possession.
Tried that wrap attempt. That Smith had some success in the first quarter, but just hooked that shot a little to the right, missing wide.
Badgers pressing. Moving out through the middle, jumble for the puck. Trying to get that was Ali Skoraya. Moving in are the Marauders with speed. Passing back, just missing Anion by a couple steps. But quick on the ball there is Perrine. My apologies, that's Winfrey. Pass back, Anion. Anion working around the outside. Trying to get it around Zanatini. But strong defense by Zanatini is going to try to shut her down. But moving in quickly, Anion across the middle, firing, and just going wide with that was Julia Green. Hesh. Pass on front, scoring! Are the Marauders. Juliana Hesh with the third of the game for her. And that's a hat trick.
Yeah, nice goal there. Able to once again walk around the net, get that wraparound style play, and just an absolute rocket past the goalkeeper to Gurry, as a timeout has been called by the Badgers. McMaster now doubling their score, up 6-3 here. Hesh with a quick hat trick in this one. Still some time left in the second frame. And Hesh has looked pretty dominant on the offensive end so far.
Tough opportunities for Taguri to stop. She's made some good saves so far this game. It's just wide open looks along the left-hand side, and then that look wide open in the crease. An effective cross-crease pass by the Marauders gives them the 3-goal lead. Now, Mitch, if you're the Badgers, what do you need to do?
Yeah, ball possession has been a bit tricky for them at this point of the game. McMaster kind of getting set up a little too comfortably in the offensive zone, so Badgers have to find ways to get stops on the defensive end and turn these counterattack opportunities into goals the other way. They've had their chances. Some have missed the wide of the net, and sometimes it's just a nice save made by the keeper, De Natale, and De Natale's having a good game. Got to find a way to beat her.
De Natale strong on those shots, especially low. But it seems the bounce shots for the Badgers have worked well. We'll see if their strategy will shift towards a more bounce shot approach.
Yeah,
but as both teams take to the field, we'll see what happens.
I can't see the Marauders going away from their approach so far in this one. Their bounce shots have been extremely effective so far here, as 4 of the 6 goals have been scored via the bounce shot. Lots of success here early. And they've found their stride against this Badgers defense.
Taking the draws again, it'll be Woods for the Badgers and Rachel Cooper for the Marauders. Woods jumped a bit early, so White will get the ball. White being the McMaster Marauders.
Those are just turnovers you can't have. As the Brock Badgers right now coming out of a timeout, and you automatically surrender possession off of a face-off violation, just got to have those things cleaned up a little bit if they want to make the big comeback in this game.
Badgers get lucky on an errant pass, and that'll be controlled. And moving in, Skoraya. Firing it, and good save by De Natale again. Saw that one the whole way. 5 minutes left in the second frame, as De Natale is looking to get her team moving on the counterattack.
Skoraya able to make that nice windmill move, moving from her right to left side, able to get in close and get a shot attempt off, just couldn't quite get it all, as De Natale able to eat that one up with the stick.
Marauders moving in with speed. Hesh. Juliana Hesh. Pass on back for Shepard. Across. Steal. Looking for help, but nothing going. As the Marauders keep getting pushed to the right side. Hash. Already a hat trick today. Anion. Already one for her today, too. Moving on to the backhand side, having to fight through a couple Badgers. Will leave it back for Shepard. Looking down low, Spencer. To Anion. Cross feed. Fired on in. A good save by Dina Talley as the ball's loose outside the crease. And the Badgers will take possession. And will get the contact call.
Really nice pass to the interior there by the Marauders. Sets up Rachel Holmes in prime position, but so many Badgers just in the way, unable to get a firm shot off, and the save is made by Taguri.
Scaraya. And I'll be taken down low. Chigwaja fired on in, and scoring are the Badgers. That is Kyla McGuire with her second of the evening, bringing the Badgers within 2 with 3 minutes left here in the second frame of action here at Alumni Field.
Yeah, McGuire, second of this quarter, able to get that ball in tight, and trying to check that one was Dina Talley. Came a bit further out of her crease than usual, and just going over the top was McGuire, able to just reach over with the stick and put that one into a near empty cage to get the Badgers one step closer, now only down by 2.
Marauders trying to collect the ball, but the Badgers taking on the offensive end. Moving on in. Once again, and McGuire scores! Puts it home! Kyla McGuire gives herself a hat trick with a beautiful shot. Brings the Badgers within 1. A quick step by McGuire gives the Badgers closer to that tie.
And that's exactly what you need if you're the Brock Badgers. A quick strike offense right off the faceoff, able to gain possession quickly and just go the other way as fast as possible. McGuire really captaining this offense so far. A player that when we talked to the coach in pregame warmups, he said McGuire's going to have a big game. And so far she really has, especially in the second quarter. A second quarter hat trick for her as she brings the Badgers within 1.
Badgers looking to get a good start off the draw again. McGuire all over the offensive field for the Badgers. Pivoting back, having a shake and bake around Perino. McGuire looking out in front. Good pickoff there by the Marauders. That was Winfrey with a beautiful pickoff. Dina Talley looking to set her team up for success. Just over the head of Winfrey. It'll be a chase for the ball. And Woods is going to take it. Woods. Pass back. Chigwaja. Back to Woods. Controlling on the left-hand side. Woods working it down low, looking through the middle. Look, oh, saw the opportunity on the far post, but just lost the ball. She's going to have to pivot back, and we'll leave it down low. Chigwaja. Back to Woods. They're just playing catch at this point. 50 seconds left to go here in the second frame. Chigwaja.
Badgers trying to make this the last possession going into halftime, looking to get the equalizer.
36 seconds left. Chigwaja moves in. Chigwaja pivoting around front, firing it on in, and bringing it home. Chigwaja scores for the Badgers and ties it up at 6 with 30 seconds remaining in the second. What a comeback effort for the Badgers so far.
Yeah, and Chigwaja there showing lots of patience, taking her time behind the net, looking for the open lane. When she does finally find it, a bit of a no-look shot there, able to come back in front of the net, almost faking the pass option, just goes sideways almost with that shot, able to get it past Dina Talley. And from down 6-3 to tied up 6-6 going into the half, certainly a massive momentum boost for the Brock Badgers.
Almost a skyhook of a shot. arcing over the head. Just gets past the good goaltender, Di Natale, but a clean win by McMaster. They're going to try to get a step here with 26 seconds left to go. Passing up just over the head of Anion. Going to go down low for Kaylee Spencer. Losing the ball. Badgers probably going to look to kill it off more or less. 12 seconds. Going to be rough to get it all the way down to Di Natale, as it's going to be corralled and controlled by Vestergaard, one of the better Badgers defenders. She took a stick, and she'll just kill off the 3 seconds. And that will do it for the half. The Brock Badgers having an excellent end to that second, as they tie it up at 6.
Yeah, a really good effort in that second quarter by the Badgers, all really powered by Kyla McGuire. Scored 3 straight goals to get the Badgers right back in this game. It was a bit of a slow start to the second half for the Badgers, as McMaster looked to almost start walking away with this game, up 6-3, approaching the end of the second quarter. But the Badgers go on a run late, powered off 2 McGuire goals, including a Shigwaja goal late, with only 30 seconds remaining to get this one back tied up. We should be in for an excellent second half.
And as we look to get into the second half, Brock Sports would like to acknowledge and thank its 2023-24 sponsors: Brock University Students Union, T. Litzen and Nike, Rentals 101, Pizza Jerry's, Rankin Construction, Nuthers, and Mr. Mike's Steakhouse. Once again, thank you for being sponsors of the Brock Badgers. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about 4 minutes and 50 seconds. We'll see you in a few.
And the first of many diversity in sports conference. Congratulations to everybody for making this all become a reality.
I would highly recommend that people within the sport landscape in Canada definitely come out to this conference next year. There's so much good information that can be absorbed from here, and I think we can all be part of the change within Canada if we all actively engage in conversations like this.
Coming to the Diversity in Sports Conference was one of the best experiences I ever had after coming to Canada. The people I was able to meet, the people I was able to network with, the friends I made, and the learnings I gained were tremendous.
Sign up right now. Follow them on whatever social media platform they are. Email the OUA, contact them, contact whoever you need to contact, find out when they're getting ticket sales again, and get here. This is a must-do every single year. Everyone needs to be here. We need to pack this place and get at it again in 2024.
We don't have to work alone. We can do this together, and it shows by the numbers that are here that we want to improve and we want to make a better future for all Canadians. Doesn't matter where they're from, but that's the goal that we have. So thank you so much for coming to the inaugural conference, and dare I say, see you next year.
1, 2, 3.
Diversity in sports. This is what girls do. 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 This is what girls do.
where exceptional student athletes are born, where records are broken, where great play.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to some more women's lacrosse action here in the OUA. Thank you for joining us. I'm Remy Zano, joined by Mitch Kane. We're here for second half action as the skies have opened up here at Alumni Field. Slightly spitting, not much. It's like if you turn on the sprinkler slightly. But we'll see if that impacts the turf at all, as it is already slippery this morning. But right now, it doesn't seem to be affecting the two teams offensively. Score is 6-6 between the McMaster Marauders and the Brock Badgers.
Yeah, very entertaining first half by both sides. McMaster got out to that strong start, up 2-0 early before the Badgers would finally respond. But then it looked like McMaster kind of found their groove, going up 6-3 in the second quarter. Badgers with a late push to once again get this game tied, powered off of a second quarter hat trick by Kylan McGuire. So should make for some entertaining second half action.
Cooper with a good pass inside, as that was Perino who had the ball knocked away from her stick, but it was, in fact, not a clean hit, so Perino will have a chance to go towards the net. Perino with speed, working through the inside, firing and scoring! Perino gives McMaster the lead again, goes 5-hole on Taguri, and McMaster leads it 7-6.
Yeah, that was what McMaster did well in the first half, was get those low shots off, and between the legs of Taguri, once again, able to find that lane and put it low as Perino gets McMaster started here in the second half, just what they needed coming out of the break. Badgers had scored 3 unanswered before that Perino goal. So just the start McMaster needed about a minute in.
Something in the huddle during half sparked for the Marauders as they're going to look to take the ball into the offensive end. Taking some hits there. Downing. Downing takes a hack, so it will be a pause for the Marauders. Downing. Looking on the inside, Anion. Anion firing, just going wide left. As Anion wanted to get back on the board. She had the first one for the Marauders, but hasn't had any luck since.
I don't think Anion realized how much open space she had. No Badgers were really around her in front of the net. She had a clear shot of that one, maybe rushed it a little bit. The clock was going off in her head. But a break caught by the Badgers, she missed wide.
Anion having to swing around 2 Badgers. That was an honor there, but Anion dancing around like a magician. Working the stick. It's going to be controlled by the Marauders as it bounces outside of the crease. Shepard. Moving in with speed. Firing in is Perino. Great save by Taguri. Saw that one the whole way and makes a good 5-hole save. Once again, the Marauders trying to shoot low. Anion's trying to get the ball away. Scaraya is able to fend them off enough, so it will be Badger ball. Referee's dictating. And now play is underway. Scaraya. Space and time, looking at cross for the 2-time goal scorer, Kennedy Smith. Smith will take it. Smith gets shoved away. Smart defense there by the Marauders, not letting Smith get along that left-hand post, which is how she scored her 2 earlier goals. Chigwaja. Chigwaja down low, hounded by 2 Marauders. Takes a high hack. So will be Badger ball.
And as you mentioned, Smith looked to be going for that wraparound attempt once again, but the Marauders on their toes around Smith as she's been effective on those wraparound chances, able to keep her to the outside and force her to just pass off to a teammate.
Chihuahua. Pass out front, good pickup by Dina Talley. Picking off the centering chance.
Don't think the Badgers saw her, but Zanatini wide open left in front of the net on that back shoulder. They're able to stretch it, the pass over the net. She had the empty net because Di Natale was out looking for that intercept over the middle, right in the slot chance, but Zanatini was open back door with a wide open cage to look to tie the game.
Ball pops loose. Downing, hounded by 3 Badgers. As it will be a Marauders ball. 9:43 left to go here in the third quarter. And moving in with speed, Downing. Takes a cross check to the side. And will continue to be Marauders ball uncontested. Downing on back, Steele. Steele on inside and firing and scoring. There is Winfrey. Vanessa Winfrey gives McMaster another 2-goal lead, beating Toguri down low to the right-hand side.
I mean, what a goal by Winfrey there. Just received the ball, immediately got checked, falling to the ground, able to somehow get the shot off and able to get it past Toguri and fires her first of the game home to reinstate the McMaster 2-goal lead.
Good bounce back by the Marauders, giving up the 3 unanswered and now scoring 2 unanswered of their own. Rachel Cooper getting a good cheer from her sideline as it's going to be a reset on the faceoff. Taking the draw for the Badgers. That's Jessica Zanatini. Ball pops up. Sky ball controlled by Cooper, but is hounded there immediately by Scaraya. And Marauders are going to move into the offensive side. Green. Working it down low. And out in front, scoring once again, the Marauders with an onslaught of goals themselves. 3 unanswered their own. Gives them the 9-0 lead. Or 9-6 lead. With 7:43 left to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah, McMaster coming out strong here in the second half. 3 quick strike goals. And the Badgers just not able to slow them down through the first 8 minutes. As McMaster takes a 9-6 lead here with 7 to go in the third quarter. Badgers looking to just get anything rolling on the offensive end, struggling to even get ball possession back.
It's hard to see who got that one in, but it looks to be Grace Downing who got it in for the Marauders. So we 6-9 as the Hornets are in full-fledged force. If you hear us jumping around the mics,
or if you hear any buzzing through the mic,
well, it's something that happens, especially around this time of year here at Alumni Field. The bugs and the wasps come out in full force. If you ever hear the baseball broadcast, it's 10 times worse down there at Merritt Field. Good pickoff by the Marauders. And trying to take it on in, and will do so, is Rachel Cooper. Cooper, one-on-one. Cooper, strong stick there by Vestergaard. Holds off the Marauders, and running after the ball is the goaltender, Toguri.
Cooper with great anticipation there, like a DB here on NFL Sunday, able to step up in the lane and intercept that pass. Turn it into some offense going the other way, but unable to get a clean shot off at the Badger net. McMaster remains up by 3.
Ryan Logan looking left. Logan sees open space and open field. Logan moving in, passing across. Play blown dead. As that was a good opportunity and a good look for Liv Dion.
Yeah, prime scoring chance there for the Badgers. It's killed by the whistle. As it's going to be Logan gets a shot opportunity here.
Ryan Logan looking for the shot. Good save by Di Natale. Picks up the loose ball on the rebound. Di Natale once again continuing to be a strong presence for her team.
Yeah, Di Natale has great stick skills as we've seen throughout this game. Able to look the ball right into that big pocket of the goaltender's stick. And able to make numerous saves so far this evening on Badgers shots.
Controlled by Di Natale. I think that's an apt description, the big pocket. I think that's a technical term. As she will fling it across the field. Picked up and moved in. Rachel Holmes. My apologies. Holmes will take it down low. Left-hand side. Working it on inside. Holmes will pass it on back. Hash back on the field. Already scored a hat trick this one. We'll see if she can continue, maybe even double it. Anion looking for more. But strong defense by the Badgers. Anion cuts inside, able to shrug off, fires! And gets the goal on the delayed penalty. Cassidy Anion shoving her way through to get to the middle and pockets home her second of the game.
Yeah, Anion using that strength near the goal line, able to just push and back down her defender, just getting closer towards that goal line, and drew the penalty call as the cross check seemed to be coming up against the Badgers, but able to just shrug it off and still find the back of the net for her second goal of the game. And Marauders first to double digits as they lead 10-6.
Strong defense there by Emery Board, just not able to hold off the strong Anion. 4 unanswered goals. But now here come the Marauders with speed down the line. Trying to shovel it home and picked up by Taguri. Able to shrug off the frenzy. Now Badgers going to look to move on the side. Fantastic pass by Taguri. And now the Badgers moving in with speed and danger. Alyssa Worth passes it back. Almost picking it up and getting a good chance on net. There was Ryan Logan. But now firing in, and Di Natale makes a save, picks up the rebound on the shot by Abby Penner.
And it was a nice pass there by Logan, able to just flip that one off to Penner to give Penner the open shot opportunity, but another save made by Di Natale.
A very strong goaltender, Di Natale. Also not afraid to work the ball up and try to help her team offensively here.
Yeah, no pressure coming by the Badgers. Letting Di Natale just get comfortable, but here comes the pressure. Di Natale's got to scramble. She's got no one open.
Shiwaja got a little too aggressive. And now the pass off. Andrea Sarowan gets taken down.
Oh.
And the shoestring trip will stay in the hands of Andrea Sarowan, so Marauders ball.
Yeah, McMaster's fortunate to get that call. It was going to be a 2 or 3-on-0 coming against Di Natale the other way, and Di Natale wasn't quite back in the net as she was there for the outlet pass, trying to help out her defenseman.
Taking a hard hit there was Vestergaard from behind, but no worse for wear as she will collect the ball. 1 minute, 38 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Badgers down 6-10 to the McMaster Marauders. The Marauders 4 unanswered goals. But Lucy Lee's going to try to change that. Lee with speed through the middle. Dangles and takes down one with. It will be a Badger ball. Badgers looking to get some offense going. Shiwaja's going to stand by the net. We'll see what Lee can do here. Lee has Penner with her, and she'll give it to Penner. On inside, firing and scoring there are the Badgers. Alyssa Worth fires it past Di Natale. Brings the Badgers back within 3 with 56 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Badgers seem to work their magic in the late goings of each quarter.
Yeah, Badgers just need to start chipping away at this deficit. That one's a good start with Worth finding the back of the net. A good shot from pretty far range. She's able to beat Di Natale for the 7th Badger goal of the game. Let's see what they could do in the final 47 seconds.
Woods, who's done a fantastic job of winning these draws and getting it into the offensive territory, just needs the support picking up the ball, but Marauders pick it up and are going to move it to the offensive side. Pivoting back, Winfrey. Already scored 1 goal today. 21 seconds left to go here in the quarter. Anion working her way inside, gets hacked good, but no call, and the call will come on the second hack as Anion gets taken down on that chance. 14.5 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Badgers, instead of looking to get more this quarter, they're going to try to shut down Marauders, try to keep from expanding that deficit back to 4.
Likely the last offensive possession we'll see from the third quarter. See if the Marauders can add to their total.
Anion working on Borg. Borg active stick. Holds off Anion enough, and that will maybe do it, but Anion's going to press it in. Too little, too late. As Borg did a great job to hold her to the outside and shut down the McMaster attack.
Yeah, I don't think Anion knew truly how much time she had. Just spent a bit too long behind the net there trying to get it set up. Winfrey had the chance late, but it was just a little too late as the clock was expiring. Winfrey tried to rush that shot and just unable to get a firm one off.
And with the end of the third quarter, some back and forth action, but really highlighted by the strong start by the McMaster Marauders in that quarter, Mitch.
Yeah, and it was a really good quarter all around for the McMaster Marauders, outscoring the Badgers 4-1 in that last set of 15 minutes, regaining the 3-goal lead, heading to the final 15.
And don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just after 1 minute. We're just going to take a little break, and you can take a little bit of a breather too. And we're back. You can't avoid us for that long as we get right back into some women's lacrosse action here in the OUA. Brock Badgers versus the McMaster Marauders. Marauders have come into town and put 10 on the board against the Badgers, but the Badgers, not one to say die. They just got one back and are only down by 3. In the second quarter, we saw the Badgers erase a 3-goal deficit quite quickly, so we'll see if a similar effort can be maintained here for the fourth. Mitch, what do you expect?
Yeah, I expect we're in for a good fourth quarter. The Badgers going to have to get that offensive push from what we saw in that second quarter. If they want to come back in this one, they're going to need to try and dominate ball possession, but we know the McMaster Marauders aren't just going to go away and let them have that, as Marauders have dominated possession, as we really saw in that third quarter, winning 4-1 in that frame.
And the Marauders will start off with possession here. With speed, and firing it in just off the stick of Taguri, makes a save, but the rebound edges off to the side of the net. A good effort there by Annika Perino for the Marauders.
Yeah, nice save made by Taguri, but the rebound was just sitting there. Good on the Badgers' defensive line to just clear that out as quick as possible and regain possession.
Borg passed on back for Lucy Lee. Lee looking for speed, space, finds it, scores! Lucy Lee brings the Badgers within 2 with 14 minutes left to go here in the 4th and final quarter of this match.
Yeah, Lee able to find a burst of speed and find that seam, able to cut through defenders, drew the penalty, and able to just go to that backhand-styled approach and able to beat the goaltender for her first goal of the game.
And Lucy Lee with the burst of speed, too. As you said, Mitch, found the seam and instantly decided to hit it and worked her way through for the goal on Dina Talley. And it's that burst of speed we've seen from the Badgers. Whenever they try to work their speed, that usually lends to success.
Yeah, and Lee able to utilize it effectively. Lee, the Port Perry, Ontario native, former rugby player last season, trying out lacrosse this season, seems to find her stride as she looks to get her team back in this one.
And now going for a run is Rachel Holmes. Holmes. Speed along the left-hand side. Great step up by Borg, but Anyan's going to pick up the ball. It seems to be the Badgers have tasked Emery Borg with the shadowing of Anyan for this match ever since the first half. Steele. Pass down low for Holmes. Rachel Holmes gets worked around the outside by Lee. Holmes pivoting back. Finds the space. Lee with the active stick, but Holmes still picks up, fires and scores. Fantastic effort by Holmes. Has the ball knocked out of her hands, but then picks it right back up and puts it in the back of the net.
I mean, just a strong effort there by Holmes. Just able to keep trucking forward. Had that ball knocked off her stick by Lee cleanly, but able to make the nice recovery and still find the back of the net and re-put the McMaster Marauders up by 3.
11:56 remaining here in the 4th quarter and in the game. Ball seemingly won by the Marauders, and it will be picked up by the Marauders. Rachel Cooper unstoppable on the faceoff. Cooper across, unable to find her teammate Downing. It was a good attempt, but now Hesh will pick it up. Hesh already a hat trick in this game. Julia Green. Green taking on in, looking for that far post, and will get shrugged along the side. Hesh. Fumbled there, but still recovered by the Marauders. Steele. Steele working it down low. Strong defense by the Badgers, going to hold the Marauders to the outside. Hesh. Anyan. Faking. Anyan pivots around, looking through the center. Pick is set. Anyan now has to deal with 2 batters, but will work it through a front. Great active stick by Borg. Not much you can do there if you're Borg, other than take that.
Yeah, seemed like a good stick check there on Anyan. McMaster taking as much time as they want. They want to drain this clock as quickly as possible. So they're going to take their time setting up on the offensive end and look for their lanes and only take shots that they like.
Anyan, pass across. Shot fired in, but a good block off the stick.
We've seen that play be successful for the Marauders in this game, where they get that set play and try and move it quickly to the far side to open up a shooting lane, but the Badgers recognized it this time and able to slow it down, get a stick on that shot, and make an easy save for their keeper.
Zanutini got the stick on that one, and as you said, Taguri able to make the stop. Leading pass. Will it go out just past the outreach stick of Elise Vestergaard?
Yeah, it seemed like a good ball there by Taguri, but Vestergaard looking over the right shoulders, led back shoulder near that sideline, just unable to quite make the adjustment. Ball trickles out of play, and possession goes back to the Marauders.
Natasha Carisco takes a hard shove from Kennedy Smith. So Carisco will take it. Down low. Fed down low for Hesh. Juliana Hesh. Taking her time. Has set up a lot of offense. Now the Marauders are going to try to work it on inside. Fakes for Downing, and Hesh will take it to the outside. Up top. Hesh just going for a nice little jog today with 8 minutes, 38 seconds remaining here in the fourth. Down low, Anion. Anion and Hesh really done some work on the Badgers on the offensive end. Made the defense work for it. Borg gets shoved off. Anion inside, firing and scoring. Anion gives herself the hat trick. Borg unfortunately stumbled in left, and that gave Anion all the time and space she needed to find the opening. And how strong Cassidy Anion is on the offensive side. It's all the time and space she needed. It gives the McMaster Marauders a 4-goal lead.
Yeah, and just as you're saying, Anion and Hesh been giving the Badgers problems all night long. Those two alone combined for 6 goals here tonight, both with hat-tricks in their respective right. Badgers with under 8 to go, 4 down. They've got to get going quickly on the offensive end.
We've seen them get quick pressure, but now it's going to be an effort to get that ball back. Because right now the Marauders, unstoppable.
And another killer for the Badgers is Marauders have had so much ball possession here in the fourth quarter, and they're taking their time on their possessions. Badgers just not quite getting enough pressure, letting the Marauders just move it around and really waste some clock, as well as getting prime scoring chances.
Ball's going to bounce all the way out to the right side. Cooper looking to steal the ball. Good scoop by Cooper. Feeds it down to the corner. Will kill more time as the ball's going to go out.
Yeah, some good pressure there by Cooper. Seemed like Shigwaja just thought she had that one with ease, but Cooper steps up behind and shocks her, and it'll just dump that one deep into the Badgers' corner, waste a bit more time before surrendering up possession.
Cernjul got it to Woods. Woods will collect on the right-hand side and will settle it down. 6:33 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Woods moving in with speed. Woods pivoting, firing, and a great save by Dina Talley. Picks off the right-hand corner on the looping shot, and she'll slow it down. 6:20 left to go here in the fourth. Once again, everything the Marauders are doing is in an effort to slow down the score, as trying to take advantage there of a goalkeeper not paying attention was Kyler McGuire, but Dina Talley was ready for that. Moving in. Here come the Marauders. Perino. Cross. Downing looking to pull the trigger, but ended up fanning on the ball. We see a yellow card come out.
And it's going against Downing, as when she lost possession of the ball there, came forward with her stick and might have struck a Badger up high, drawing the yellow card, and she'll have to sit.
It was Cernjul she hit with that, as we see a timeout. So 5:55 left in the fourth quarter. McMaster up 12-8 over the Brock Badgers. If you're the Brock Badgers, Mitch, what do you need to do?
You need to put some goals in the back of the net. They're just not getting possession enough. McMaster's able to get into the Badgers zone, set up, take their time, and Badgers aren't applying enough pressure, forcing those turnovers that McMaster has been doing all night long. Badgers looking to just pounce on counterattack opportunities, and they're just not getting those opportunities. McMaster's able to take their time in the offensive zone and eventually work the ball inside, get some quality shots off, whereas the Badgers just can't maintain possession in any way, shape, or form in the offensive end, and McMaster's able to turn the ball around quickly.
Badgers, first to step onto the field, looking to get on that offensive attack.
Both teams looking for their first win of the season. Both teams 0-2 coming into this matchup here today.
Then later this evening, the Brock Badgers will take on the Laurier Golden Hawks at 1:45. So you also want to make sure you get this game. If you can come back, get it done quickly and efficiently, so you're not taking any injuries in the late goings. Badgers working it back up top. Now taken by Kennedy Smith. Works inside. McGuire back up top. Pivoting back around. Inside. Shigwaja takes a hit from behind.
Looked like delayed penalty was coming against the Marauders on that play, so Badgers tried to take advantage before the whistle.
Shigwaja will take the attempt. Pass it across just over the head of Lucy Lee, but the Badgers will still recover it. Kenny Smith leaves it down low. McGuire. Shigwaja up top. Quick pressure by the Marauders holds off the Badgers from doing much, as that's Caden Summit. McGuire, down low, Shigwaja. In front, loose ball, just airs wide, as Di Natale is going to have to move quickly, as the hard pressure from the Badgers makes the ball go out of bounds, but it will be McMaster ball.
Yeah, Di Natale with an aggressive play on the ball there, coming out of her crease. That one nearly snuck by hers, skipped by the net. Di Natale trying to make a play upfield now, but immediately pressured. It looks like she's going to get a free clear here.
Di Natale into the middle. Tafia Ash has to move once again quickly. The Badgers looking to take it, grab that ball back. 3 minutes, 40 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. We'll see if it's too little, too late. As the Badgers, they'll get the free ball here. But with 3:30 left, scoring 4 goals with a running clock. It's a tough draw. Moving in with speed. Langdon. Tate Langdon. McGuire has that one hit off the handle. And that ball goes out of bounds. Will be controlled by the Marauders. 3 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Score is 12-8 in favor of the McMaster Marauders over the Brock Badgers here at Alumni Field in beautiful St. Catharines, Ontario. Di Natale will pivot around Shigwaja. Shigwaja forces the turnover, but unable to pick up the ball. Running back towards the net, moving in, looking for space, firing and scoring! Kennedy Smith gives herself the hat trick with 2:30 left. The Badgers have cut the lead down to 3. They're going to have to move quick.
Yeah, just a bit too aggressive of a play there by Di Natale. Gets caught way out of her net just once again, and Shigwaja able to make her pay, forcing the turnover, able to get it back out in front of Smith, who fires home her third of the game. And the Badgers only trail by 3. We've seen them make a 3-goal comeback already in this game late in the second quarter. So we'll have to see if they could do it again. I believe the last 2 minutes should be stoppage time. So let's see if the Badgers can take that to their advantage.
They have to move quick. These faceoffs do take up a lot of the time. Controlled by Woods. And it's going to be moved in with speed. Unfortunately, losing the ball there for the Badgers was Aiken, but she got the ball up just enough. And they now be controlled by McGuire. Kellen McGuire moves around one. McGuire moving into the center. Pass on back for Shigwaja. Looking out in front, active stick by Di Natale. Shuts that down, but Shigwaja still has the ball. Shigwaja faking, pivots back through the center. Shigwaja looking, firing. Great save by Di Natale. The ball is still loose and will go to the back of the net. Woods trying to stop Di Natale from getting it. She gets tripped up. It will be Marauders' ball.
Yeah, that might have been Di Natale's biggest save of the game. Able to get the stick up quickly from the in-close chance. Able to just shut that one down and keep this a 3-goal game. Just a massive save for the Marauders at this point in the game.
Passed on up. Dion. My apologies. That's steal. Tafia Ash hit hard there, so it will be Marauders free ball. And now moving up, Perino. Perino with speed, looking for the crease. Cross on in, firing in by Downing. Great save by Taguri off the shin. Downing will take the ball again. Pivots, fire again off the shin and just squeaks through. Grace Downing gives the McMaster Marauders their 13th goal of the evening. And Taguri had it, just took a bad bounce off the right shin and just inked into the post. Tough luck for the Badgers.
Badgers call another timeout. Downing had that first shot stopped by the shin of Taguri, gets it right back. A bit of a falling away shot, able to just get enough of it off and bounces it off the shin of Taguri and into the back of the net for that 13th goal of the game for the McMaster Marauders. And that might have been the dagger here tonight as the Marauders go up 4 with about a minute to play.
We'll see what the Badgers can do here. The issue is scoring 4 goals in such a short amount of time is as close to impossible as it could get. Just with how long it takes to do everything else in the game, set up the face-offs, and you have to get the face-off win right away and just go down and score immediately. So we'll see what comes of the rest of the game. Nothing is impossible in sports, so we'll see what can happen.
One thing helping the Badgers is the stoppage clock in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. However, down 4 with just over a minute to play. Certainly going to be a tough task for this Badgers side to come back and at least get a draw in this one.
Both teams putting on an offensive performance.
Both teams with multiple players with hat-tricks, Smith and McGuire for the Brock Badgers, Anion and Hesh for the Marauders, and Downing also with 2 goals in the game.
Once again, take the face-off for the Marauders will be Rachel Cooper. Looks to be Zanatini to take it for the Badgers. Won by the Badgers, and now moving in with speed is Logan. Ryan Logan has a pivot back, looking for time and space, but the Marauders aren't given any. Passed on back, Zanatini moving in, looking for a shot. Good block there by Cooper. It's recontrolled by the Marauders. Gotta think it's too little too late now, but consolation goals are up for the grab as Cooper will take. Cooper moving on up. Perino. McMaster wants more. Perino takes your time, pivots back. Finding space and time. Passing on in. Just past one, and it's good pickup by Taguri. Shuts down the chance. And that will do it. The McMaster Marauders will win this one 13-9. Good effort by both sides, but strong goaltending and timely offense by the Marauders. Give them the win.
Yeah, it was a really strong second half effort there by the McMaster Marauders, outscoring the Badgers 7-3 in the last 30 minutes of play. And they move to 1-2 on the season as they take the early morning matchup against the rivals of the QEW, the Brock Badgers.
And as the teams go for the handshake line, good win by the McMaster Marauders. A good effort by the Brock Badgers, coming back from multiple goal deficits. But in the end, the Marauders offense getting those 4 goals unanswered really helped the Marauders seal this one up. And now, Mitch, as we look at this game, as is tradition, let's see your 3 stars of the evening, or the morning, I should say.
Yeah, so the first star of the night goes to Cassidy Anion of the McMaster Marauders, a force on the interior all night long, able to pick up a hat trick for the McMaster Marauders tonight. Just a dominant offensive performance from her. Second star of the game goes to none other than Juliana Hesch of the McMaster Marauders. Also a hat trick for her. A strong first half showing as she had that first half hat trick. Bit quiet in the second half, but that dominant first half performance was enough to earn her second star. And third star of the evening goes to Kyla McGuire of the Brock Badgers. Picked up that second quarter hat trick and just a dominant performance to get the Badgers back in the game at the time. She was really a force on the offense all night long, as Brock Badgers head coach mentioned in the pregame. He expected her to have a big game, and she definitely delivered.
And with that, that draws us to an end for the morning game. You'll see us back at 1:45 for Brock Women's Lacrosse action versus the Laurier Golden Hawks. Thank you so much for joining us. Once again, I'm Remy Zanato for Mitch Kane, for Brocktv, for everyone here, and for the OUA. I want to say thank you. And Brock Sports, once again, would like to thank its sponsors for the 23-24 season. Brock University students, Union, T-Litson and Nike, Rentals 101, Pizza Jerry's, Rankin Construction, Nuthers, and Mr. Mike's Steakhouse. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your morning. We'll catch